Kia ora and welcome to the fourth and final video of this Medicines and Older Māori course. This fourth video covers the experiences and opinions that older Māori hold over medicines and medicine services. I'm Jo Hikaka, a pharmacist at Waitemata DHB, and the information we'll be discussing comes from research as a PhD candidate. In video 3, I talked about the need to be intentional in the development of pro-equity services. Part of this involves engaging with the people that services are actually designed for and being able to work together to develop ideas. Here in video 4, I discuss the interviews I undertook with older Māori in Waitemata DHB who were on 5 or more long-term medicines to understand their experiences with medicines and medicines-related services. The findings from these interviews then became the basis of discussions with other regional and national groups of older Māori. You're about to hear their thoughts and experiences.
Because of medicines, I can walk around. I can play sport, mix and mingle, go to the Kaumatua hui. I am up and about.
Kaumatua talked about the effect medicines had on different aspects of their lives. These effects were both positive and negative.
I feel like my body has changed since I've taken my tablets. I don't feel well. It's all the time, and I'm depressed. Sometimes I don't know whether it is better to die than to take them.
Kaumatua also talked about how their experiences of medicines were linked to their identity as older adults. Their experience was that being older often meant you felt like you were part of an experiment by healthcare providers.
I'm thinking, all these bloomin' doctors know what these pills are going to do to people, and in myself I'm thinking, they just want to target the older people because older people are more likely to use all of those medicines than younger people. So the idea is, use these older people as guinea pigs.
Kaumatua felt that because they were older that they should be treated differently to younger adults. However, this came from a place of understanding the impact medicines can have in older adults, and they felt that the different treatment should come from a place of aroha.
The body changes, and it changes really dramatically by the time you reach 80 anyway. There needs to be some kind of, how shall we say it, where there's a little centre that our kaumatua and kuia go and have a good little kōrero with the pharmacists, have a little talk and bring that kind of understanding.
Kaumatua talked about their experiences of pharmacy often being transactional. They paid money and they got medicines without any real engagement. However, when authentic engagement did occur, they talked of the benefit of this engagement and of the provision of good care by pharmacists.
You occasionally run into chemists who will, enlighten you. So they explain to you about various side effects and relevant information like, I'm a chemist, I'm around the same age as you, and I have to take these pills as well.
Throughout the interviews, Kaumatua expressed the ability and desire to play an active role in their treatment. This included having discussions about their medicines, searching Google for answers, asking for different treatments that they had heard about, and making their own decisions about whether to take medicines or not. But they wanted this to happen alongside an authentic healthcare partnership, where they were being given good information to help them make decisions, where there was back and forwards dialogue, and where their opinions were valued.
No te whiti kōrero I mōhio ai. It is through shared conversation that I understand.
Based on this research and the main questions that Kaumatua had in relation to their medicines, I have worked with Kaumatua to develop a range of posters that can be displayed in pharmacies and other healthcare settings to encourage Kaumatua and others to have discussions about their medicines. The intention is that if you're displaying these posters, then you really need to be prepared to engage in the discussions that are generated. Viewing the 4 videos in this series helps to give context to these posters. We have now reached the end of our 4th and final video. Relevant tools, links, and reflective resources are available to you in this course. You can continue to watch other videos or start exploring these resources now. Thank you for joining us and taking the steps to learn more about how we can improve medicines management for older Māori in Aotearoa. Nō reira, ngā mihi kia koutou.